What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about that fairway finder, and I'm going to give you some tips that I learned from the one and only Mr. Tiger Woods. Okay, so when you've got a tight fairway like this one, you can see it's very narrow out there. I've got bunkers on the left, bunkers on the right, and I really want to hit this fairway. Let's say this is the end of your tournament, or you're just in a really good match and you need to hit the fairway. More than anything, you don't want to worry about how far it goes necessarily, but you want to get it in the fairway with some decent distance, okay? So my typical setup with my driver, I use one of our green tees in here, which is basically the crown of my driver cuts the ball in half, okay? Because with a typical driver swing, you want to be swinging up on the ball, and you want to get that thing up in the air so you get the maximum carry. So it's kind of well known that Tiger doesn't typically use long tees. He only carries the traditional short tees in his bag. And this tee height for him, he described as a really high tee height if he's really trying to hit a big, high, long draw. Okay? And as an example here, I'm going to hit a drive. Now I'm going to hit a cut, but I want you to pay attention to the apex of my swing. Okay? All right, now you can see that one's going high, and I did carry the bunker, and I got into the fairway, carried about 250, and my apex is 121 feet, okay? Now, if you're trying to find the fairway, the longer that ball's up in the air, the more time it has to move around. If there's wind, the more time for the wind to push it, and more chances for things to really go wrong, okay? You may be able to hit far, but you got a lot of chance for danger there. So I'm going to switch from the green tee to the blue tee. You can see it's about a half an inch shorter. And when you put this tee in the ground, this is one of the things Tiger does to check his tee height when he's trying to hit a fairway finder. If you put your fingers underneath the tee, you can feel the grass, okay? So that ball is down pretty low. And if you look at it, it looks almost like a 3-wood tee height. And the ball is now going to be below the crown, or maybe the top of the ball is matched with the crown of my driver. So when you're looking down at this, it's going to look very low. Like it's almost like you're setting up a 3-wood tee. But what that's going to allow you to do is almost hit down on the ball instead of hitting it up and getting it really high. Tiger said that his angle of attack with his driver is about a 0, sometimes even like a -1. He's hitting down on it a little bit. And you're still going to hit the ball far, but you're just going to be more in control. And speaking of control, the last tip he said is to swing slow, okay? Swing slow and in control. You're not rushing this. You're not trying to kill it. You're just trying to get it to find the fairway and let the driver do the work, all right? So I'm going to do like a 75% speed swing here, and let's try to find that fairway. And there we go. So you can see that ball came out low. It actually carried about 247, so not much different than when I teed it up high. Rolled out to 260, and you can see my apex there, 84 feet, 84.7 feet. So that ball is going to stay lower. It's going to stay under the wind. And you can see that it kind of just went and stayed low and stayed in the fairway over the entire time. All right? So use those tips from Tiger next time you're on one of those tight fairways, or in the end of a match and you're nervous. Tee it down low, remember, fingers touching the ground, and then ball in the center of your club face, swing slow, and just stay in control. All right? Hope this tip helps you out next time you're in a big match, and I'll see everybody next week with another tip. This is Tom. Thanks for subscribing on YouTube. I'm loving growing my audience. It's been a lot of fun, and I'll see everybody next week. Happy golfing.